Fran here, back with another video. So you guys know the drill. Before we go any further, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and thumb up this video so that you don't miss any videos. Alright, so in this video, I want to talk to you guys about something that we kind of touched on before, but I've gotten a lot of emails about it, and I feel like it's a perfect time to talk about it because today we are entering the full moon in Libra. As you guys know, I am a Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus. So it's a very, very powerful time to write your petitions, right? Write your petitions to God, write your petitions to Spirit, your higher source, however you identify God. This is a very powerful time to do that. And we've talked about scripting, and we talked a little bit about writing letters to God, but this is a little different. Your petition is a little different because petitions come from a place of somewhat prayer, but really not prayer. They come from decreeing and declaring things in your life as it is so. And a petition is something that's really very sacred, and it's very special. It's between just you and God in your sacred space. Now, I'm going to say everything that you do around your magic, around your manifestation, around, your spiritual practice is sacred, okay? But when you sit down to write a petition, it is as you are decreeing things in your life as they are to be now. And that's a little different. The wording of petitions are a little different, and the way that you actually write a petition and what you even write a petition on. Now, I've used this process a lot in my life, a lot of times in my life, from anything to relationships, a new car, a new job, just things in my life. Anything that I really needed a breakthrough right now on, I wrote a petition to God, and it is powerful. And I teach people in my manifestation classes and a lot of my mentees about writing petitions because petitions speak a different language than, let's say, scripting or, let's say, letter writing to God. Again, it is a decree. A lot of people use different paper when they do their petitions. I am a parchment paper girl. If you have been in the Bible or read the Bible, you know they did a lot of their requests and their petitions on parchment paper. I use parchment paper whenever I can, if I'm in a hurry or a crunch, or if I need something to happen right now. I've written it in my journal, I've written it on a legal pad, I've written it on a piece of paper, but a lot of people, and metaphysically, tell you to write it on parchment paper or brown paper. And parchment paper is considered sacred paper, and a lot of people will even tell you to use a certain kind of ink. I know that when my mom used to do her petitions back in the day, she used dragon's blood ink. She had one of those fancy writing pens, and she used dragon's blood ink. I don't use dragon's blood. I use a nice red ink pen, and you can take anything, right, and you can clear it and have intentions for it and use it for that purpose if you know what you're doing, and that's a different video. So I have seen amazing miracles happen when you write powerful, willing, intentional petitions. As you guys know, we talk a lot about the full moon. The full moon is a time to release, but it is also a time to call in. It is also a time to kind of clear the slate of, those things that no longer serve, and to call in those things that serve. With it being a full moon in Libra, and Libra being ruled by Venus, as I said earlier, it's a good time to write about love and romance and things like that, but it's not only a time to write about your love or your romance. It's a great time to write about anything that you truly want to see come forth in your life. So there are a few things about writing petitions, and I always tell you guys everything. A lot of people will say, well, Fran, that didn't work for me. Did you leave out a step? Or, Fran, that didn't work for me. Is there something else? I give it to you guys as I do it. I'm not holding back anything. The thing of it is that whenever you are decreeing, declaring, affirming, having a mantra, anything like that, you have to have faith and intention behind it. And if you don't believe for it, it is just not going to happen. It does not matter what you write, how you write it, and who you write it to. If you don't believe, it's not going to happen for you. So there's always has to be this component of faith. And you have to believe for what you're asking for. For me, petitions are dynamic because to me, the symbolization around a petition is, here you go, God. Here's my request. This is what I desire, right? So I have been in the space of asking for specific amounts of money. I took my business from surviving to striving by writing a petition, right? You know, I have manifested relationships. I have manifested business opportunities. I have manifested so many things by writing a petition to God. So you have to be aware of what you're creating. And when you write, you want to write specifics in the petition. And I know that I've told you guys before, don't be too specific. Don't be boxing God in. I know that I've told you that. But a petition is different because when you sit down to write your petition, you should be in a place of complete clarity, right? A lot of us don't get what we want because we have no idea what it is. You can ask people, what do you want? I've been on coaching calls with people and I've said, what is it that you desire to see happen in your life? What would the perfect life for you be? And people will say, well, I'm not really sure. And a lot of us are not really sure. Let me tell you why a lot of us are not really sure. A lot of us are not really sure because we don't want to step out that boat and believe for it, right? So we figure, well, if I just don't ask for nothing, or if I say I just don't really know what I want and I just let God give me what He wants me to have, then that's safe. But you came forth to live a lavishly abundant, amazing life, however you want to do that. So, writing a petition is a powerful practice. And you can write many petitions. You don't have to write just one petition for everything. You can write petitions as they come for you or as they are needed in your life. So let's just say today we want to write a petition about a new job. So we would focus on the job that we want, how we want it to look, what we want it to look like, what are you doing, where are you doing it at, how much are you being paid, are you the boss, do you work for someone else, etc. You guys get it, right? You have to get into the specifics around it. So what is it that you truly, truly desire? That is how you write the petition. Now, I write my petitions in the form of a binding document, right? Like a lot of you have my prosperity agreement if you've taken any of my classes. I write my petitions like I wrote my prosperity agreement. I write on this day, April blah 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 2020, I put my whole entire name, declare and I decree that I am open and available to receive from the divine sources of the universe, and then I would begin to write what it is that I am prepared and ready and willing to receive. Prepared, ready, and willing to receive. Now, some of us have resistance around what we desire, because what we desire may come with us having to do a little bit more, right? Having to give a little bit more, having to help a little bit more. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. When I asked for a specific amount of money in my business, I really desired to make this amount of money. And I knew that this amount of money could change my life, it could change my children's life, it could help me provide better services, it could give me more time to do YouTube, it could give me more time to coach, it would give me more time to do free podcasts and all the things that I do for free. It would help me elevate the consciousness of the world, which is my purpose, right? It would help me walk in my purpose. I remember asking the angels of abundance, and we'll have to talk about the angels of abundance because I know you're going to email me about the angels of abundance. That's another video. But I knew that by having this amount of money, I could broaden my spectrum, right? I could help to bring awareness to things for people who had no way of being able to hire a coach or hire a mentor at this time. I could help people prepare to walk into their destiny if I had this amount of money. I could also take better care of my family, better care of myself. I could send anonymous cash apps to people because I'm a giver. I could do those things. And I knew that God was going to bless me with that because I was ready and I was willing to do that. I did not want this big, humongous amount of money so that I could just hoard it and save it and sit in my house and do nothing. I had intent and purpose. A lot of us don't want to really ask because we'll get it. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you write a petition to God, when you set forth and you write a petition to God, right? You are going to get what you asked for. It is coming. There is no way around that. Your petition is part of your magic. It is part of the power that you've been given to call things as they already are into your life. So, I'm going to caution you to think about what you're asking for. Because whether you're asking for something negatively or you're asking for something positively, you are going to get it. So, you want to be in a space where you are prepared, ready, and willing to handle what it is that you're asking for. Another reason that people are really leery of writing petitions and asking for things, because it may mean the ending of something else. So, you may be asking for a new mate, but you're not ready to let go of your old mate because you want the new mate to come first. Right? You might be asking for a release of something or a situation, but you're kind of scared and nervous to really release this situation. You cannot be afraid of an ending when you're asking for a new beginning. Right? You're not going to get a new beginning if this doesn't end. So again, you have to be intentional and purposeful and ready for what you're asking for. Petitions are energy. So when you're writing that, it's like you are writing a note to God and you're putting it on His table. And you're saying, okay, God, this is the things I need today. This is the things I would like in my life now. And don't be worried about if your petitions change. Because as we grow and we elevate, the things that we desire, the things that we want in our life, they grow, they change. Your mindset elevates, your consciousness elevates. So you may have wanted a 2-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms and 1-car garage a year ago. But this year you want a 5-bedroom house with 5 bathrooms, 3-car garage, finished basement, decks outside. It is okay to go back and write another petition because you're growing and you should be growing, right? Anyone who is practicing any kind of spirituality and relationship with God should be growing. You should not be staying in the same position. Your life should be accelerating. Some of us are accelerating fast, some of us are not accelerating so fast. But you should be moving and you should be seeing progress in your life. I'm going to tell you this, that if you don't see progress in your life, you probably need to check yourself, because God is always moving and elevating and growing and wanting that, desiring that for us as well. So you have to remember that this is a powerful technique and it will bring you what you're asking for. Another thing about writing your petition is making sure that you're in a sacred space. So that sacred space could be your bathroom, it could be your bathtub, it could be your office, wherever you have declared your sacred space, your space of silence, your space of your space, your space. So you need to be where you're in, uninterrupted for a few minutes, and where you can focus on what you're writing about. Now, again, I've been at my desk, in my cubicle, with my legal pad, like, okay, because I need something to happen today, like right now. So if you have that, if you come up against that and you just have to write it, great. If you have time to actually prepare for it, prepare your mind for it, get clear. I always suggest that people write the petition out first before you actually write the petition, if you are a little nervous about writing the petition, and then reading it and making sure it is what you desire and what you want to say. You don't want to say things like, if it's possible, I would like to. Maybe I can. Blah, 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 blah. You don't want to be blah, 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 blah about writing any kind of letter to Spirit, any kind of letter to God at all. You want to be clear and you want to be focused. And what I also do is at the end of my petition, I always write, this or something better for my highest good intent and purpose. Love, your daughter. Then I sign my full name again. The reason that I love writing petitions so much is because it's an effortless, easy practice that will bring dynamic, amazing results. If you do it and you are open to it coming. I've seen stuff happen in 2 days. I've seen stuff happen in 2 months, right? This is a very powerful practice. And if you do it, you will receive amazing things. Alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share this video, like and subscribe. Hop over to Instagram. Follow me over there. I'm always answering questions on Instagram or giving something away or doing something on Instagram. So come on over to Instagram. Also, just remember, we are raising consciousness and changing mindsets one video at a time. Alright guys, I will talk to you later. Bye for now.